Und damit davon aus, eine Folge von Let's Play Genshin Impact. In der letzten Folge dachte ich, hätten wir dieses Kapitel endlich mal abgeschlossen. Aber wir waren bei Irminsul, haben herausgefunden, dass Nahida genauso aussieht wie die höhere Herrin Rukade Vata. Und wir wurden ausgenockt von dem Doktor. Nahida hat einen Deal mit ihm ausgemacht und wir sind jetzt hier aufgewacht und sollen jetzt mit Collei sprechen.
Like you're awake. Yep, yep.
Guten Morgen.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste. I hope you'll like it.
Sieht aus wie Baklava.
It's nice to have you here so we can eat something yummy.
Ist auf jeden Fall Pistazien.
Well, now that I've recovered from Elazar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare 4 or 5 meals a day now. And Paimon bets they're all delicious.
Ihr habt ein köstliches Frühstück mit Collei genossen, die auf euch gewartet hat.
Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Hat Paimon das nicht für mich angenommen?
Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up. Oh, it's from Milu. We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Sino's reinstatement as the General Mahamatra. As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you. The date of the banquet is written on the back. It's in 2 days. Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well.
Das ist ein bisschen
That's
übertrieben.
amazing. Everyone's aware of your abilities. There's no need to be modest. Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar. Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform Master Tainari.
Der Meister Tinari. Jetzt will ich aber gucken, was kriege ich, wenn ich das abschließe. Da gibt es diesen Zweig. Interessant. Dann gucken wir mal. Tinari, wir wollen dir Bescheid geben.
Good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
Wie geht's deiner Verletzung?
I'm recovering well. Thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work.
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my Forest Watcher duties.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
Yes, but there are still some residual effects. The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do the work.
Danke für eure Hilfe.
By the way,
Mühe.
we have some good news. Sino got his position back.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why didn't he come to say hi to us?
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me a few questions and left.
Then you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about...
Huh? But didn't Milu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino? He didn't tell you?
Perhaps, or alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a
Nilo und die
celebration
anderen
feast.
überstützen die Sache wohl.
You and Kale are both Sino's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast with us?
Kala has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think... You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Huh? VIPs? Very important Paimons?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidya forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Suppose when they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again. As a result, work has increased for the forest rangers.
That sounds really...
There's nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand. Are you two planning to head out?
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out. Would that be okay?
You've recovered well. You may go, but Be careful.
Yay! Will do!
Ja, wir wären auch sowieso gegangen. Ich dachte, das ist erst übermorgen. Hä? Welcher Platz? Keine Ahnung, was das Beste ist. Von wo kommt man am besten rein? Oben, unten, rechts, links? Ich weiß es nicht. Kann ich da irgendwie... Ich glaube, das ein offizieller Weg ist. Hui. Hui. Ach, Ausdauer, ey. Blöde Ausdauer. Ach, die Musik ist doch schön. Alter. Ich bin ja einfach noch nie lang gelaufen. Alter, Seiteneingang. Wie? Ja, Akademie. Nee, will ich nicht. Oh. Wie bitte? Ach doch, da lang. Wir sind doch fast da. So. Ich bin Profi. Ey, wie weit nach unten denn noch? Der andere Part wäre besser gewesen. Shit.
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished tallying things up here. Well,
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our arrangements.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be held sooner or later, right? Hey, Nilu! Traveler, Paimon! We got your letters, so here we are! You're the best. The other guests haven't even replied yet. Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived? Yeah. I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this. Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity after...
Natürlich.
You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste, then almost everybody has good taste. Because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great eye. Master Zubair, let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Nonsense. It is not for us to determine the value of an audience. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that can...
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can find...
I don't want you giving pictures of me to everyone. I'm satisfied just being able to perform here. There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar. Yeah, and that's why I love it here. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if the letters were actually delivered? If for some reason they didn't receive the letters, then please... Yeah, we can also check out how everything in Sumeru is going now. As for Sino, I'm not too sure about as for Dunyarzad. I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter, but I was afraid of disturbing her. Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler.
Ist das euer Ernst? Och ja. Ich dachte, es ist Party. Wo ist das denn? Komme ich da hin? Oh. Komme ich hier rein? Ach, ich soll hier reingehen, sehr gut.
We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person.
Ja, als ob der jetzt hier irgendwie verreist ist.
Hey there, have you seen Alhaitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to find him there. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today.
Oh? Who else was looking?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how... Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the
Natürlich
sage.
nicht.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I...
Ja, geh weg hier. Ich will jetzt zu Alhaitham. Kann ja nicht sein hier. Oh, warum sind die nicht da? Ach Mann. Das ist näher als ich dachte. Da ist hier nicht der Fahrstuhl. Alhaitham, jetzt mach hier nicht so ein Taragi. Bitte wieder zum großen Bazar. Da gibt's eine Aufführung. Mehr brauchst du gar nicht wissen. Mein Gott. Kann der da jetzt einfach stehen? Oh, wer ist das?
Alhaitham should be around here somewhere, right?
Wer ist das?
Oh, he's over there. But it looks like he might not have time for us.
Ja, er unterhält sich gerade mit jemandem.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Ksharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Ist das auch ein Dendro-Typ?
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Huh. What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment. And anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Oh, you see? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new... Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Warten wir ab, wir haben es nicht alle.
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been—
Huh? What nonsense.
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one—
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Hey, Alhaitham.
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar.
If she addressed the letter to Alhaitham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently.
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2
Sechs
rational
Weisen sollte ein
sages.
klares
To
Name für
imagine
tolle
such
Leute
things.
sein.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again, the 6 great schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans, attaching themselves to the 6 great schools, have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the Academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based—
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Academia. But I refused.
Huh? But why? Can't you be a little more ambitious?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the...
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the Academia before the new sages take office.
Also bist du der vorläufige Leiter.
And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application.
By the way, who was that other
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars,
Scheint deine Worte anzuzweifeln.
which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Viel Glück mit dem Bergungsarbeiten.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are...
All right, I'll see you there.
Komme ich hier raus? Wer ist jetzt in Ormos? Hab ich irgendwas vergessen? Who knows? Hier war doch die Szene, wo der gute Doktor abgesegelt ist, aber das war ja nur eines seiner Bewusstseins, nenn ich's mal. Ein Klon? Verrückt.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could...
Alter.
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Dinnerzeit! It's been so long since we've seen you!
Es geht auch sehr gut und hier.
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire... I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Du warst also doch hier.
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase...
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever! Are you getting bored already?
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through. Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the academia?
What?
Davon habe ich noch nichts gehört.
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the academia. But only if I wanted to.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great dressed up as a scholar.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you be, because you're super amazing.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live. In fact, I chose this job from the very start.
Even if being a mercenary means fate.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been...
I don't want to see you go, but...
I'm glad to hear you say, come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never
Die
meet
Freiheit
again.
liegt in der Natur von dir, nicht wahr?
Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will but a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long...
Huh? But, wait a second. You make it sound like you're leaving now.
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time?
Oh, did Nilu write to us?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back...
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is...
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilu asked us to come and check on that.
Sorry to make you two come all the way.
It must be something important for Nilu to specifically write to us like...
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement.
Great! I'll be sure to attend.
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show up looking like this?
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too picky about that.
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Sino and Rama...
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally...
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru Village. As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had some... Don't mention it.
Alright, on to our next...
Och, das wird auch wieder so ein langer Part. Ne, ich werde das jetzt aber nicht splitten. Das könnt ihr vergessen. Komm, jetzt sagt das der Rahman da, wer Sino ist und dann ist gut. Nicht da nochmal extra laufen müssen. Was ist schlauer? Es ist, glaube ich, ungefähr gleich. Na, wenigstens das weit. Oh nein. Stopp. Grüß Gott.
It's been a while since we last visited Aru. Ah, there's Sino.
Lange nicht gesehen.
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good.
And Tanari is recovering.
That's good to hear.
Danke, dass du uns zu ihm gebracht hast.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent
But why are you just...
I'm meeting some...
Oh, you mean...
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief, but you know one of the
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you brought...
Roman! And...
Ah, Sataria.
Sitar...
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well, you're pretty...
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
Wie läuft's in letzter Zeit?
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new...
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
All right, well, I suppose I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
Du willst keine Gelehrte mehr sein?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar.
I can see what you're saying.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the... She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of... That is the true meaning of education and the spreading...
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and the stars have always guided caravans.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from?
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed...
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, as you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart. As if there were... Sataria. These words sparked... I gathered up the
Azar has received much needed punishment.
Yeah.
Lord Sino helped my plan was able to go
You're all doing...
Aside from that, I also have some...
Lesser Lord Kusanali has... I applied for a few batches of...
That's exactly...
Apart from this, we must be persistent about this.
This is the first... Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, I hope people with wisdom...
Enough about us.
No, not at all. Nilu wanted to write to everyone. A celebration feast will be held. At the feast will also be... although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated.
Celebration?
Hä, du weißt nichts.
It's the first I've heard of...
Tainari was right. He would...
This feast is for you...
It's rare to see that kind of...
No, not really.
Der kommt auch mit dabei.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. The messages. I'm sorry for how I treated you before. But now I understand you and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful. Please keep dancing. And
Okay, we've got all that down.
Wir werden es auf jeden Fall an Nilo
Our job
weiterleiten.
here is complete as well.
Got it.
Können wir jetzt bitte hingehen? Warte auf den Beginn des Banketts am übernächsten Tag. Ja, das machen wir jetzt auch noch. Es tut mir leid, aber... Das muss sein. Das will ich nicht aufsplitten. Auch wenn das jetzt 40 Minuten werden. Ist egal. Passt schon und dann ist, glaube ich, Ende. Wenn es nicht da noch ein Kapitel gibt, aber ich glaube nicht. Vielleicht noch ein Zwischenkapitel oder irgendwie sowas. Aber da haben wir eh genug von. Oh mein Gott. Genau wie diese Viecher da, die so ähnlich sind wie die Crocs. Da müssen wir auch nochmal die Story machen und so. Da gibt es noch einiges. Ja, ja, Big Day hier. Bin ich mal gespannt, was jetzt abgeht hier. Bitte lass es nicht so lang sein. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Jetzt doch wieder den falschen Teleporter genommen. Nee, ist besser gewesen. Sehr gut. Schnell. Och, jetzt muss ich da hochrennen. Oh, da sind aber alle schon.
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
You're here.
Ah, there you are.
Guten Abend.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of...
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and drinks, and chat about all sorts of fun things.
Everything looks quite good.
Wow, Paimon can't wait! Traveler, just look at all the delicious food.
Vorbereitung zum Bankett zur Einstellung von Mayamatra auf der großen Basar verliefen wir im Schnürchen Essen und Trinken und köstlichen die Ausstattung war ein Augenschmaus. Alle Beteiligten genossen das Festmahl und durften sogar einer Vorführung von Nilo und ihren Freunden vom großen Basar beiwohnen. Die Zeit verging wie im Fluge, das Bankett war so bestechend wie ein Traum. Oh nein!
Wow, it's so delicious! Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing! The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar.
Ey, das ist auch
We had
Baklava.
gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru.
Ah, feels kinda nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've...
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
We owe it to our abilities. And
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
it's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, moreover, judging from the results, everything worked out well.
Yeah, everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show. Everyone played their part. And thanks to everyone's efforts. So, would you say we're good actors too?
Aber neuer Titel, wie schön.
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to
Yes, even after being abandoned and
Zurückgeschafft,
neglected so many
Misserfolgen.
times, she's... Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all... This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised.
No,
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face?
Ach nichts, ich war nur etwas abwesend.
Even if those two giants of the academia are here, I still have to say it. Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord...
Wie als hätten sich ihre Erinnerungen und Kenntnisse zur Geschichte von Sumeru verändert, nachdem die höhere Herrin Rukadewata in Vergessenheit geraten ist. Heutzutage glauben sie, dass es immer nur einen Archon in Sumeru gibt, die niedere Herrin. Vielleicht bin ich die einzige Person in Telvat, die sie an die höhere Herrin erinnert. Als Zeugen dieser Begebenheiten sollte ich ihre Wahl respektieren und ihr Geheimnis
If you
hüten.
bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices.
I respect our deity's decision. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the academia?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process...
Why? Because he dethroned Azar?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal...
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some personal...
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt mine.
By that, you mean your life working as the academia...
Precisely.
Wait, is that all? So, that's the only reason why you joined us and came up?
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got...
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the general...
That's right.
Will you be happy?
It's not about being happy.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Ich mit den Gästen.
Ah, there you are. Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today?
Ja, super, danke.
If there's... That is the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. It's unbelievable that we've got everyone. Make sure you live it up tonight.
Ich möchte was verraten. Du hast erzählt, was der Taria gesagt hat.
I'm honored to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I can't explain why.
Ist doch toll.
The atmosphere here is good.
Du bist
And everything is
ein seltener
delicious.
Anblick auf einer Feier.
Yeah, I don't often come to such places. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise...
Sehr nettes gefällt ihm. Das ist doch toll.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings.
Und ich
The
dachte, du würdest dich
atmosphere here-
langweilen.
No. This gathering today, the Grand Bazaar is like that happiness is an Oh well.
Ach, Herr Hessen.
My lady, the grilled meat...
Yes, I also tried some... What an amazing place to relax.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy.
Ja,
Nilu
ich freue mich,
invited
euch,
us. Hey,
ich
let's
freue mich auch
let-
hier zu sein.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop.
Ich werde etwas müde.
Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You wake up
Wirklich?
like, of course. Just
Ah, das ist nur ein Traum. Was passiert jetzt gleich? Was ist hier los? Das ist nicht gut. Ich bin plötzlich so müde. Ich habe gestern Nacht nicht so gut geschlafen oder habe ich mein Bäuchlein zu voll geschlagen? Ah, was ist da? Ach nee. Aber er ist doch tot. Hör doch auf. Scaramouche ist doch besiegt.
it's me.
Nee. Ja, Hida, unser Bewusstsein ist wieder verbunden.
You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about the connection between us is amazing. I
Was für
heard
Hilfe.
there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent... Although you've already helped me with the...
Was denn?
Please say thank you to everyone for me.
Steh Hida, am besten sagst du es ihnen selbst.
Oh, is...
Manche Dinge muss man selbst erledigen.
If I just show up all of a sudden, what if I end up scaring them and...
Bitte beruhige dich, nichts wird passieren.
Okay.
Hast du dich entschieden?
Yes, I have.
Dann ist gut. Wie?
You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So, I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me.
Dann versprich mir wenigstens, dass du nichts Komisches von mir gibst.
Everyone. Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to It's me. Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Hold up, what's going?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali? Oh, Nilu. You know who I am? Yes. I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the academia. The state, without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation had you not helped me to resolve the crisis. Not all people refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. Please, allow me...
Lesser Lord...
Dunyarzad.
You don't need to be so ceremonious.
This is how the relationship...
You're an Archon, but you act so humble.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much.
Das siehst du, ich habe dir doch gesagt, dass sich alle freuen, dich zu sehen.
Ja.
Nahidas überraschende Ankunft brachte das Bankett zum Höhepunkt. Die Ärzte Gäste sprudelten vor Glück. Das ist auch schön. Unter dem Einfluss ihrer Emotionen sprachen sie und lachten sie bis in die tiefe Nacht hinein. Das Bankett war ein krönender Erfolg. Und ist es jetzt wirklich das Ende? Am nächsten Tag.
Are you awake? Did you rest well?
Es geht.
After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton.
Nichts im Vergleich zu dir.
That just means you still... Alright, since you're awake now, she should be in the academia.
Willst du mich verarschen? Ah, das hört nicht auf. Ist das jetzt so wie beim letzten Mal die Fragen an... Wie ist sie denn noch? Es war nicht Raiden, es war die andere Dame. Die mit den rosa Haaren. Ihr wisst, wen ich meine. Muss ich sie was fragen? Kann ich denn hier aber gehen? Ah! Na, wenn's sein muss. Oh Gott, ich will nicht runterfallen.
Hello, Trap. What a fantastic night. So are we. And is there anything you want to know? After recent events,
Ich werde es durchskippen, wir können es durchlesen, aber ich... Das ist zu viel.
And as the former sages have received their... I hope that the new six... The other big issue I've already taken... You mean... What happened after... You guessed correctly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, however, I'm sure you remember the end. In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet. I told him that I assumed that the Heavenly... And as for the exchange served as both punish... He's still in a coma. I know you have many misgivings. Don't worry. In addition, his future will be... Is that where you're headed next?
Alter, das Reich der Gerechtigkeit Fontaine, also Wasser gibt es nächstes.
As far as I know, that nation operates in the judicial system.
Gerechtigkeit.
Does their Archon personally? No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon
Pokalos.
won't However, even then, Consular will still make herself as Archon.
Ach, auch
She
weiblich.
still reserves the right to
Behält sie.
influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's...
Exzentrisch, okay, ich bin gespannt.
Are you sure? Huh? About your... While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took
Aber wir
some
kommen
time
von
to
außerhalb des
perform
Sternmeers.
Yeah. Isn't Irminsul a repository? This is true in your case. However, there must be something different about your... What? There's only one possible...
Wie kann das sein? Mein Bruder und ich haben zusammen die Sternenmeere bereist. Wie kann er aus Tevat kommen? Es gibt keinen Sinn. Stimmt etwas mit meiner Erinnerung nicht? Oder hat diese Welt etwas mit ihm angestellt?
Nothing about this makes any sense.
Ist denn noch so etwas?
According to the records, that after the Conrad disaster, the Justice's journey was a... What do you mean? All I know for sure is that, and whoever it is...
Könnte das mit dem Abgrund zu tun haben?
Even that wouldn't explain how... Something else I noticed was that according to these records... What's a descender? Look, I'm sure you must be curious. A very important part of the Traveler. You are Tevat's fourth... Huh? So the Vatui count 3 other descenders? That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first descender asked for the other descenders. And yet, even knowing all, there are many questions in my heart as well.
Ich auch. Ich brauche Zeit zum Nachdenken.
I'm very interested in your future. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then I'm unsure glad the pleasure is all... Alright, that's enough talk for today.
Na, endlich. Kascha pulsiert, die kalte Powerflamme lodert, ein weißer Ast. Ist das jetzt ein Item, was man tragen kann? Müsste ja. Ja, vielleicht für ein Ahida. Wir gucken da gleich nochmal rein. Hier. Ah. Was ist es dann? Stopp. Nicht Händler. Was sind jetzt hier da? Frischer Ast aus dem Zentrum der Welt. Okay. Gut, da würde ich aber sagen, das war's für diese Folge von Let's Play Genshin Impact. Alter Leute, und in der nächsten Folge, ihr seht's hier. Kapitel 3, 6. Akt. Die schicksalshafte Begegnung Herr Masrura Sommers macht sich derzeit Sorgen wegen eines Briefs mit einer vagen Empfängerinteresse. Machen wir dort weiter. Oh mein Gott, es geht immer weiter. Sollt ihr auf jeden Fall nicht verpassen und ein Like da lassen. Also bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.